Good morning, everybody. We are a very good day to start with, as our market yesterday did very well. No doubt you may figure out why this is early, but I just want to do a sound check if my sound is coming okay, or is it coming very distinctly. Just let me know what is the sound coming right now. Is it coming just nice? Just want to do a sound check test first before we proceed with the day. As we can say, just give me your comment below here. I want to do a sound check test and appreciate if you let me know for that one. Okay, so if the sound is coming okay, just type 1. I appreciate that. Just type 1. If the sound is coming okay, just type 1. I'm just checking out for the sound in here. So what is the thing we can do? Okay, it does look is okay so far, and more news to be absorbed today. That's right. That's more news to be absorbed today. That's what I wanted to say. One of the reasons why is that yesterday we have the perhaps the next incoming Prime Minister, whatever you call it, there is no other than PKR Chief, Datuk Sri Anwar, is going to be sort of, okay, good, thanks, is going to be meeting the King next Tuesday. So there's a lot of speculation whether they would get the kind of vote that he wanted to, but what more important is the stability of the economy and also the stock market. Now it's yet to be seen. What do you think? Do you think that he's going to get the support from all the parliamentary seats? But something that we're going to be talking about today will be interesting. But if my audio turn for the worst, do let me know, and at least I can do something about it meanwhile that way. All right, really appreciate if you could share this video in your timeline in our breakfast show while we are waiting more people to sort of come in, and then we were able to start the market for what it is. And we have a great headlines for you, especially in our market talk with SmartRobie, where we will read you the daily news that concern and that could bring you money in your pocket. So that's what the intention of our breakfast show here. Okay, thanks a lot for your good thumbs up in here. Do share this on your timeline and your favorite investing group so more people can benefit from our information that we give out this morning in here. All right, so let's start now. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the breakfast show, Money Talk with SmartRobie. And again, we have a very interesting headline today. You all have seen yesterday the minister or the PKR, Tan Sri Anwar Ibrahim, did have been granted an audience to meet the King next Tuesday. It's yet to be seen whether the number of politicians that he has on his side, would there be a change in government? But no doubt, the current configuration with the Sabah election that we've seen, the COVID cases rise of it, and parts of Klang been closed down, this again may lead to another election. Now a lot of that is at stake: the economy, the people, and also our patient, what we've seen so far in the market. What do you think? Are we likely to get the election or not? All right, so this election thing, it is really panning out to many of our folks in here, our daily life, and another election, just one too many. But let's look at the headline that we have for you today. It's no other than the first headline, right, is, that's right, is AirAsia. Now, AirAsia intend to loan, or lack of a better word, loan or sell your data. That's right, in exchange for 1 billion offer for AirAsia data. Now, we all know in the era of post-COVID and internet, the Industrial 4.0, the new commodity rather than petrol or fuel is database. Now, I do believe AirAsia have something like 4 million the apps user using their AirAsia in here. So that's a lot of opportunity in there, and this customer who is willing to purchase this AirAsia data for a loan of 1 billion, and actually it's just a loan. Come to think of it, right? It's no other than it. So they are really getting a good deal on it, and they also tout the next thing they're promoting their super app. Okay, so this super app is a step of AirAsia to go into digital banking, which is actually moving away from AirAsia. As I said before in some of my talks, the travel and leisure industry, okay, the airline won't recover until 2023 with the COVID-19, the vaccine yet to be seen, as we move our focus also on the US making in US and also in China. Although I do have some unconfirmed sources say that the vaccine that is using in the phase 3 trial in China are working indeed, and that's why we see the number of infection cases are lower and getting lower, while in US many parts of the world are getting worse off. What do you all think? Give me your opinion up there. All right. And oh, thank you, Javen. All right, no problem in there. And we've been very happy and supportive from all of you, SmartRobie, as such that we have an offer for you today. So check out your SmartRobie apps for the 10/10 special award or the 10/10 special sales that we are doing in here. But I will show you what we have today. Now let's move on to our next story here. Okay, so our next story is the Diwali is coming, and we have seen that India will do their purchase on the Festival of Light. So that is bringing some sort of support from 2,600 ringgit for the year 2020, and maybe higher for 2021. Now, if you look traditionally, the demand from China and India generally goes very well, or do very well, as we can see in here. If you look at it, India has increased almost double their number of imports from Malaysia. You see, like, let me just bring out the laser pointer here, so you can see 4.41 billion, and it accounts almost 4.5% of total export. So very important is to continue to maintain the annual 9 million tons. So hopefully this, but I do believe the COVID-19 would shed some, partly a little bit of demand down for that purpose. Okay, so post-COVID, maybe we will see that, but again, this does give some kind of support. So let's look at some of the stocks that we have. Perhaps on well, we've seen FGV will probably take a bigger hit because of the US, but let's look at the chart, shall we? Okay, now if we look at the US chart inside here, you can see FGV really drops down a fair bit, and really trading between $1.20 in here. No doubt we have no confirm. Let's look at other stock, TSH. Okay, TSH. And we look at stock comment in here. So you can see, again, still moving in a sideline. But let's look at the news today, whether this news has some implication that the stock price goes. So it's still trading and down 0.5%, really going nowhere with the palm oil stocks in here. So a support will be seen from what we have in here, but we are not seeing one of the. Now, some of the sectors like tech sectors are really moving. I think we did cover. Look at Inari and look at your premium report, and also Pentagon. You can see some of those in there. Let's move on to our next news. Now, next news about the budget 2021, which is a big boom for the construction sector in here, and 6 mega project worth 1.43 billion will be announced under the was announced under the budget 2020. So continuation to push on to 2021, including the high-speed railway, and which is cost about 68 billion. The massive rapid transit line, 45 billion. The Penang Transport Master Plan, Serenda Port Klang, and also the RTS in Johor, Pen Borneo Highway. How about the ECRL link? So all those are turning, and analysts like Discounter, Gambunda, IGM, and Sunway Construction. Let's look at one typically, which Suncon, okay, Sunway Construction. And let's look at the chart wise. Okay, and no, still hasn't really moved yet. It's still staying stagnant in here. So there hasn't been much movement. Let's also look at the fundamental about these company here, whether they're exciting or not. And you can see we have the PE only 28, which is not that expensive considering to the sector average of 43. ROE is certainly doing well. Dividend is much better. So this is, in terms of sector average, Sunway Construction is not too bad. Let's look at another one, Gambunda, shall we? Okay. And Gambunda also will benefit from this budget 2021. Has that stock been priced in? Okay, okay, still sideways moving, not ready to break up yet. Perhaps if you are interested in Sunway, then look over the trading plan. That will give you 356 is the area to buy, or a pullback at 342. And let's look at the stock price right now, which is 350. All right, so 6 more cents only. Then it is a go from here. All right, so that's how I want to look at it. If you are bullish on what you see for the construction sector, then this is definitely one of the things that you want to do in here. All right, let's move on to our next story in here. So our next story will be MYEg. That's right, MYEg, you all know, are one of our government online payment gateway. No, not so much payment, online payment for the Ministry of Human Resources, all our so-called foreign workers processing in here. And again, this time working very closely, they do have a secure job. No amount was disclosed in this case for inbound traveler for COVID-19. I would think the amount is going to be relatively small. Having said that, the amount will definitely comes in later on if we see the border restriction be lifted off. Right now, I don't think the numbers is going to be big, and whether it will contribute significantly, I doubt it in here. But let's look at MYEg. Now, why I really bring out MYEg is because of the undervalue that you can see here. Let me just bring up the stock fundamental here, right? And you can see stock fundamental, it's rated 6 out of 8, PE of 19, where the sector average is almost 52 times, and the return of equity is above the sector average, so also pay 1%. So this one in here does looks very good. Right now is only trading 137 cents here, so this is definitely undervalued. It's up 2% this morning. And let's look at the stock price. So, you know, if you compare in terms of chart readiness, right, I think MYEg does give a better offer. Again, it's not in a nice upward trend. It is still in the stage 1 congestion. Having said that, okay, so let's move on to our next story, shall we? Okay, our next story is no other than Bursa. That's right. Now, Bursa is really going out there to really attract the more educated investor into the arena. That's right. So they have come out with a Bursa Academy, an educational hub for all. As you can see, they had registered almost 93,000 users, and online training, a lot of the seminars have reached out 52,000 people in there. So we can see that is really an upbeat movement from what we have, such that I think many people who continue to come in to the Bursa world have more knowledge and more free education, just like what we are doing also in SmartRobie here. So do share our SmartRobie apps to your friends so you can also download for the free credit in here so far. So let's also move on to our next story. Okay. Now, next story is a time to relook into Sime Darby in here. Now, the article talk about Sime Darby being the Asian weather bellwether. If Sime Darby do well, then a lot of the company will do well. So if you look at Sime, let's look at the stocks in here. The story also talk about there are improvement in car sales where they carry the BMW brand, as well as the coal making, which is a power generation, and more on focusing on China market. This article is talk about. So if you look here from Sime Darby here, you can see the chart is really making headway, which does look much better than the construction. So that's why we want to see the chart formation where the trades will be in your benefit in here. It hasn't really moved up yet, still on the yellow trend zone. We need to see a green trend zone. So let's look at the fundamentals that we have. Okay, so the fundamentals here so far, you can see it is not that expensive. It is on 20 times compared to sector 26. ROE definitely lower, but it does pay a good dividend. So as such that I believe Sime Darby will be a good dividend blue chip paying stocks going forward there. All right, something you want to keep off, which does pay a nice 4% for that matter. Okay, so this is again looking from a perspective of having a little bit of safety in your portfolio. Let's move on to our next story. Now, next story is what I've just talked about this early on this morning, is the concern the opposition leader Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim will meet the king next Tuesday. A lot of these stocks like ASB has gone up significantly. ASB, you can see, I'm not sure this morning, let's check out this morning. These are his kind of counter, and something I will talk on next Wednesday. That's right, probably by next Tuesday we will know the outcome of the meeting, whether he commanded support to the 222 lawmakers. But let's look at ASB as such, where we see here, then you would see that this stock, you can see, has really shot up a lot. ASB here, almost 50% movement, and this one is actually related to the sister in here, but all in all, speculators take the opportunity to going the stocks, as I said before. So this twist comes in where the country really struggling with the economy, with the COVID, and if this were to be positive in favor of Datuk Sri Anwar, then we will see a general election. But again, I will talk about this, the tumbling of the House of Cards government of the day, next coming Wednesday in here. Something to take note of. All right, now on the US side, what we have seen so far, the continued movement ever since Dow Jones is almost 1 month high, despite the strange decision making from Donald Trump because of the steroid that he's taking ever since he caught the COVID-19. Now, the US Bear News talks about that the stock market can rise higher and it doesn't need a stimulus in here. So you can see as talks of the relief package continue to fade away, because yes and no from the White House together with Nancy Pelosi from the House of Congress in here, but Dow Jones continue to fall higher. I believe what we are seeing right now is because this is due to the market that will believe more stimulus and relief, which is only about another 20 days ahead, and election is already ongoing forward for the 3rd of November in here. So the market is smartly pricing in many of these stimulus in here. That's why we're seeing US going higher. Now, if you have some of your stock hasn't been moving, this is perhaps why we want to look at US market, especially some of our members who have bought these kind of stocks. All right. And next we have is the premium alert. Now, this Wednesday we picked KPS and JEX. Hasn't make a big round in up here, just moving sideways as the market, as I said before, just yesterday it's only up about 2% in here, and we have seen a reversal. Now what I really want to show you is this market before that. The KLSE market actually turned for much better. You can see right now we have confirmed no supply. You can see CNS, that's the one. You can see CNS, that's will likely tell you if it can break above today 1520, then we will see likelihood a new high for at least the next for the last 5 days. So let's look at the market. Today market is down 3 points. Okay, yeah, down 3 point, minus 3 point. Well, must close above 1520, then we'll see. So the stock that we picked this morning is Hexza. Okay, let's take a look at Hexza. And what do Hexza do? Okay, let's look at the chart here. This morning premium alert. Okay, now if you look at Hexza, has gone through a period of accumulation. The green candle come, and this is a nice pickup in here. So that's why we pick Hexza. And what else do they do? Let's look at the stock fundamentals. Okay, it's not rated. Usually a lot of our premium alert are more for speed, and a lot of them for quick profit taking. Okay, 250 million in here. Hexza, let's look at the they are in what do they do? Are they into what kind of business? They are into chemicals, and they are based off in Sarawak. Okay, business wise, you can see a lot of liquefied natural vinegar, beverage cooler, property development, all kinds of things. But again, if you look at fundamentals, it is just trading below the sector average of 7%, just around 6% over there. Dividend, no dividend paying in now. So if you can see that stock price, stock chart not ready yet, the premium alert is coming in there. All right, so that's Hexza. Let's look at another potential premium alert. I want to find another one for now. Remember, Hexza is still My News, Vision, Construction, MYEg, GFM, Senzo. I think they won some projects today, and TH, which is PN17. Okay, let's look at Vision 7070. Okay. And let's look at the stock price chart. We're going to go to the trading view. Okay, 6.2% in here. All right, and we see Vision. Will we get the up tick that we want to? Ooh, look at this one. Very, very high, hit up to 42 cents. And climatic volume, we have to be very careful when you see this kind of upthrust in here. But no, not bad actually. So it's still okay, because reason is it has some period of accumulation, and it came down from a very low level here, right? And maybe you choose another one. Okay, let's choose another one here. Hexza My News. Okay, 5275. And we look at My News, 7.4% in here. Okay, that is the hourly chart. Let's look at the daily chart. Okay, daily chart is forming up a double bottom. It doesn't look like it has some. I like to see chart that is really moving up. So if that's the case, we'll just pick Hexza. Okay, Hexza for our stock pick for episode 59. Okay, now these are the tools. So if you want to look for those setup, there is a video that I have called the 80% win rate. Just check it out. How do I select those setup for you? And if those of you want to join us 9:30 every evening for my colleague Zac, that will take you through all the stocks in here. All right, so also don't forget we have the 10/10. Okay, the 10/10 sales, 10 October, where we have the SmartRobie sales, where you can get 10,000 credits for 100 ringgit. That's right, 10,000 ringgit for 100 credits. So that's a 90% off. So make sure you get this, and with 10,000 credit, my God, you can use it for many months. That's right, for 100 ringgit. So this is only valid on 10/10. I believe if you want to go, you can check it out in here. Go over to the sales page. Let me just go over to the sales page. You go over to wallet transaction. All right, and there's a daily pass here. You can purchase it through top up, I believe. Okay. Okay, here you go. Under the top up here, that's right, you just buy the $99.90 for that one. So that's a special in here. Or you can find out the mail that we have under the inbox, which have more information only on 10/10. That's right, only tomorrow the button will come out. Okay, only the button will come out tomorrow. Okay, so let me just have this one in here, and I'll get you back to the chart. All right, let's move on to our next section. Will be our 14 will be next Wednesday, the tumbling of the House of Cards, Government of the Day. So make sure you check out the live FB that I'll be doing on Wednesday 9:39. All right, and don't forget, tomorrow 10/10 will be the sale of our SmartRobie. Only one day, only for 90% discount in here. With that, I conclude the breakfast show, Money Talk with SmartRobie. Now, for those of you who are first time to join our Telegram chat room, you get all free information out there. So thank you again. Thank you for your support, and thank you for sharing SmartRobie in your life and share it with other people who will benefit. Thank you. Bye-bye.